Though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check back 11, check back 11. Wild Bill. He's coming. We got to go.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly from Lockett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sutton. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will extend their lead. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check back 11, check back 11. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They run it with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Returnable for Lockett. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Carson. Sheds off the tackle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
Down to the yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Wilson going to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Buddy Johnson there on the stop. Now it's 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw here.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now it's Lockett. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit. Oh, wide open, complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw. Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. Now he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead goes by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Trey Brown there on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find it.
And all all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams
with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
They go back to Carson here on second.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Big third down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Throwing now is Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Wilson to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And this stadium just fell silent in a hurry.
Crowd was ready to erupt, weren't they? But guess what? That chance to win one here, to steal one in the final seconds, goes awry.
Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And they can't bring him down. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.